I am so devastated right now. I actually came home from work early. I guess it's about 2 o'clock in the morning right now. I get off of work. Normally, I get off at 6 o'clock. I work 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I come into work like I always do normally, set up my laptop to upload some games on some gameplay footage onto YouTube like I always do. And I have my Steam Deck charging, and I leave it in this conference room on the second floor of the office building I do security in. So I've been doing this for years, and we've been having stuff stolen over the years, food, sodas from refrigerators and things. I've had a mug, a coffee mug got taken. I had a power pack to my gaming laptop got taken years ago. Never found out who took it. Had to order another one. Cost me like $70. And I'm sure they probably just sold it because it wasn't like a universal type plug. It was like a proprietary type plug. So anyway, I come back from my rotation tonight. This was tonight. We usually rotate every hour, but we rotated every 2 hours tonight. I don't know why. I just had this really weird feeling tonight before I came into work. It must be a sixth sense, because like when I went back to the room to check on my upload to make sure that the upload hadn't stopped, because sometimes if the computer goes to sleep, the uploads stop. My laptop's gone and my Steam Deck is gone. Now, whoever it was, they unplugged everything. They didn't take the charger for my Steam Deck, and they didn't take my controller. They unplugged it from the laptop, and they also unplugged the USB cord. And we figured out, I later realized they probably did all this because they didn't have the room to take all the chargers. They just took the charger for the computer because I guess they realized that would be what they would really need. So anyway, the other guard that was downstairs, I told my supervisor, and I filed a report. I did a police report. I did an incident report, and I put in a worker's log what happened. And I was like, I'm just going home, because I was just like so upset, man. So the same officer that was working downstairs with, he actually had his car got broken into a few years ago, and they took an iPhone and some other stuff right outside in front of the building. So anyway, we looked at the camera tonight, and we saw the guy walking out of the building, because the guard said he saw someone walk out the building. They walked out real fast, and they just seemed, something just seemed off. So the person on the camera is walking, they're wearing like a red beanie, and they're clearly clutching something. And I could see like a cord with something dangling, which would have probably been the charger for my computer. So they done put my Steam Deck and my laptop under their jacket, and they just walk out briskly, looking straight ahead. Did turn around for a second, kind of glanced over his shoulder, I guess, for whatever reason. So he just kept going, walked past the 7-Eleven. So I was told if I come back tomorrow, I could have the supervisor review the tape. So I got to go back to the 7-Eleven tomorrow. I'm going to do that and see if I can catch the supervisor there, because I filed a report. I called the police, and it's like they send you a link, and so you put your phone number in, they send you a link via text, and you have to file a report. And it took me like half an hour, because they asked like all these questions, like what does my hair color and my eye color, my height and weight have to do with anything? So I'm trying to get I had the name of my computer. I had to put the exact amount, for everything. So the Steam Deck was like, I guess it's like $650. All the games up there are digital, so I can re-download those again. The case is gone. I mean, I had a really nice neon green case on it. My laptop, I had just literally put a sticker on it tonight that I got from when I went out for a free comic book day over the weekend. So it's just amazing to me, You work hard for stuff, man, and people just want to take it. I had stuff stolen from me before. This tall white guy we saw in the description walked out on the video. And I don't know, I guess I'm thinking like we saw him on video leaving the building, so he had to have gotten in the building somehow. We don't know how he got in the building. But sometimes people be sitting there at the console and they don't be looking at the camera, and the gate be wide open, and it's just an issue. Um, like I said, I had stuff stolen from me before. When I went to Detroit on a trip years ago, 2018. I took a birthday trip, a little treat to myself, you know. So me and my buddy, I was hanging out with, we were shopping downtown Detroit. There's a lot going on that day. There was a comic convention going on. There was a car show, and also there was a black like African festival going on. So we walk around, we eat and everything, and we go back to the car. And I open the trunk, and I'm like, "Where's my backpack?" I'm thinking maybe I put it in the back of this seat of the car. It's not in there. I call the hotel because I'm thinking maybe I left it at the hotel. Clearly, I did not. But I was just, hoping they looked at the video, everything, and there's nothing there. So I called the hotel, I guess their security, and they're like, well, you need to make a report before we can do anything. So I had to call the police. And I was really, I got some really cool people. They were able to view the camera after I filed the report, and the security, I guess, worked with the police, and they saw the guy, and found out later that he actually was someone who had a membership to the hotel and casino, which everything was taken from. So it wasn't hard for them to find him. I guess it took them maybe a few weeks. And I was able, they sent me a check for like $250, which is amazing because I didn't have like insurance or anything. So that was like really awesome. It's like everything that was taken from that backpack that I had in that backpack was like all my clothes, a laptop, passport, birth certificate, iPad. It's pretty much like 98% of what I brought on the trip was in the backpack. So I was that devastated, ruined my trip, my birthday trip. I haven't been back to Detroit since. So now I was actually planning to go